everyone, Polished Gaming here, and this is my 2026 game room tour. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for this amazing video. Okay, first of all, we're going to go over, just check this little nook here. We've got my door. Since we started off on the PS1 last year, I thought I'd just go into my little corner next to the PS4. Still haven't put that on the shelf yet. Our PS stuff, our PlayStation stuff. So I'll go into the corner. Sorry for the lighting. It's really hard to actually get good lighting in here. Just got some random Switch titles up here. Got a few collectibles here. Behind it, a lot of GameCube stuff, but unfortunately I don't really have room to display this anymore, so it all just sits behind there. I will put up the total of Game Gear games that I have. As you can see, there's some behind there. I've got a GameCom Pocket. Go down here, I've got some Fountain games. Not so great in the Fountain games. I've got a few PS2 Special Edition stuff here. Yep, that there. And put that back there. That's just a random puzzle bobble thing. A couple of steelbooks. Still some Game Gear games behind there. I do have quite a few Game Gear games, but it's hard to find any Game Gear. We go down into here. This is a mixed bag, because right here we've got all my PSP games. So they do go from A to Z here, but unfortunately there goes all the way into here. Now I don't have, that's double stacked, so there's a few behind it as well. I will put up the main exactly how much the collection is. I've got a PS4 stuff here, very small. Actually, sorry, there's PS3 stuff behind this. So I will put PS3 and the PSP up. And over there is my abysmal PlayStation 5 collection. And a few collector's editions for Switch here. Also down here, I have my Amiga CD32 games, which is a very rare system. And I don't have that many games, as you can see there. But yeah, that's me for this little nook on the corner. So I shall... Okay, now we'll go on to PlayStation. Now first you get up to the top here, as you can see, I have the same stuff kind of from last game room tour, exactly the same stuff as it is kind of PS stuff up here. Not entirely sure if I think I did get there last year, but this is a new edition. I managed to get a 30th anniversary special digital edition there. Still got my Switch stuff up here. This is not all of my consoles. Of course, there's a lot in my wardrobe, which I will be getting out this one and actually showing you all of my stuff. So, sorry for the heavy breathing here. It is absolutely hot in this room today. It's quite hot in New Zealand, and up in Auckland, it's definitely hot. But yeah, here we go. PlayStation 1 library. Quite a few editions this year, but it's getting slim pickings because it's starting to get quite hard to find really much. Well, not really much, there's always PS stuff, but it's just the prices people want for them. It's just absolutely crazy. And I will if I come across any that I didn't have last year, I'll have a little look here. But not much. Hey, Creatures Raised in Space, I actually forgot that, that's actually sealed. A few sealed games that I've got, but I don't collect sealed. I mainly collect, I just collect. If it comes sealed, it comes sealed. And of course, for anyone joining, as you can see, I do have driver, but it's because I have the standard driver, full art, and then I have the Best of Info Games one there as well. Now on to the other thing. Here we go. Okay, I know probably people don't really like the way that I do this kind of every single game so you can see it. But if I was watching a video, I'd kind of want people to do this so I can exactly see exactly what, what they have. Hugo. I don't remember getting Hugo. Well, that's a new one. I don't even remember I had it. I know Hugo 2's a bit. Oh, look. That's a new edition. Klonoa. It does have a crack on the front, but for how much I paid for it, I only paid $200. I think $200, so it's pretty cheap to get. KKND Crossfire. That's another one that I got this year. It's quite a hard one. Let's have a look. Now, as you can see, there is a space for this. I do have three games coming from Sean. So they are currently in there. If you actually look at what you might be able to guess as to which one it is, straight after Mortal Kombat 3 there, so wonder what it is. Still haven't got any Namcos. I managed to get 2 last year, but trying to find them. Man, my breathing is just heavy on this video. I'm literally sweating. It's so hot in here. Parappa the Rapper, Parasite Eve 2. See, Pocket Fighter, that's one that I got this year as well, if I remember rightly. Yep, Pocket Fighter's not an easy one to get. I always crack up with Prince Nassim. Remember that dude? He was so cocky until he got humbled. Hilarious. Rapid Reload, bit of a hard one to find there. Finally finished off my Resident Evil collection this year. I believe I did. It was the Resident Evil Survivor that I needed. Actually, no, that might have been last year. That might have been last year because that was from the retro event. Okay. Nearly through all the PlayStation here. See, that's right. I just got a Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha Virgin white label. Kind of addicted to those things. Will look Strider 2. Yeah. Not an easy one to find. Swagman's also not an easy one to find. On Saturn it's hard. Coming to the end here. Vampire Hunter D. Yeah, I remember that. We're getting that one. Now this is something that I completed recently. The Wipeout series. So there's a whole Wipeout series, which actually weirded me because this is one of my favorite games on PlayStation 1. I used to jam that. I'm the fire starter. Twisted fire starter. And that is it for my PlayStation 1 collection. I do have some special editions, as you can see here. My Australia exclusive to Australia and New Zealand Tomb Raider collection. Grand Theft Auto Collector's Edition. Got this one's a bit ripped, but this is it's a weird one because hold on, I'll put this. Okay, so this one has, as you can see, it's got Tarzan, Mulan, and Mickey's Wild Adventure, and this one has Tarzan, Emperor's New Groove, and Aladdin: Nasir's Revenge. So yeah, weird that there are 2 different ones. God of War controller. I bought that and I was kind of like, what an average controller, really. Of course, my heavies here, Castlevania, Hell Knight, Tron Tombi there as well. And then we start on to my PS2 collection. So this is, of course, one of my bigger collections. Currently, I'll put up exactly what it's at. Because trying to remember exactly what how much I have in the collection by memory is pretty insane. Okay. Might be going a bit fast, but I do kind of want... I'd like this video to be under an hour. Just so you guys don't have to, you know, sift through all the snickle frits to see which games I've got. Bit hard to find that one. Can I get it in there? Yeah, you go, Dora. Dora. Okay, I'm most likely going to have to get on my knees for the next one. Does go pretty low. But there is a lot of PlayStation 2 games that I have. Biggest collection I have is my 360. That's why I almost dedicated an entire whole room to it. Okay, getting down to the lower part here. This is probably going to hurt my knees. Because I'm too old. I'm missing one Onimusha, actually. That's right, I realised that. I think it's Warlords. Yeah, Warlords. Oh, it's so hot in this room. Okay, bear with me bouncing around because I am on my knees trying to do this. See, I got Scarface recently, but take a look at this. Oh, see if I can bring it up. Just not great. This is why I don't get steelbooks. I don't put that back. That's why I don't get steelbooks, people. They tend to oxidize and rust over time. It's very hard to actually get them to not be like that. Okay, boom. And then the last row here. Okay. Yeah, see that reason why that's there like that? Because I want to upgrade that. Once I upgrade that, I'll get rid of it and sell it off. But I'll leave it there to remind myself to upgrade it, even though I've got it all on my phone, exactly what I'm missing. Man, I am double breathing here, folks. Sorry for my shortness of breath. Boom, and that's the PS2. Now, show you these little things here. Just a random couple of collector's edition. This is a Beauty Wonder Boy collection that is only $999 in the world. Damien X Machina in there. Okay. Now what I do, at the bottom here, you'll see it. It's supposed to have games here. These are the games. So I just thought instead of just edit it out. Yeah, just Final Fantasy stuff. Alright, now this is my Sega library. Okay, all up the top. This year I managed to get the, actually I managed to get, yeah, I've got that one, that's right. Managed to get the white button variant, which is Australia, I think. Australia variant. As you can see, I've got some random stuff up here. I wouldn't mind putting my Mega Drive in there. I don't know why I've got the Nintendo Wii U there. But yeah, now onto my Sega wall. This wouldn't have changed as much this year because I've just had a lot of trouble kind of adding to it. I think I only need like 27 or 26 games left. I will put up on this one how many games I need left, and of course the total. I'll put up the total on all of the games once I edit this. Yeah, sorry about the lighting. It's just all I've got is an absolutely rubbish, not even a downlight, just a pretty much. I'll show it here. Look, there you go. That rubbish, and of course that. So I'm kind of blocking it out, and I'm shadowing through it, so. It's not too great. Boom. Got some middles here, just some random cards. Some random ones that I couldn't fit in. I do like the gold collections. A couple of heavies there. Saturday Night Slam Masters and Maximum Carnage. X-Men 2, I do like the X-Men games. Still on the Sega Master System though. Getting to the end here, we're at the W's. Wonder Boy, I love Wonder Boy. And boom, now we're on to Mega Drive. Now it's not going to show all of Mega Drives because some of my Mega Drive don't have space, so I've actually had to put them on there. Once I get to the end of the Sega wall, I'll put them back in and edit it so it just looks like it's there, because otherwise it won't show my Dreamcast games. That one's out because I'm still testing. Haven't got around to fully testing all my Mega Drive games out. I got real frustrated with that one because it wouldn't work, but I think it's just because I might have a dicky connection. Now my Sega Saturn. Not much has changed to this. No heavies this year, no nothing really, nothing big. These are all in cases, which probably won't show up very well on the camera. But I think you'll get the gist of it. Okay, some cool ones in there. Probably my favourite is Kyo Flying Squadron. What an interesting game that is. It's like a shmup, but not a shmup. It's like starts out just normal and then it goes into shmup. It's super weird. One I added last year as well is Enemy Zero. Boom. That's fully sealed because it is new. Now onto my Dreamcast. The system that I very rarely get for as well. Anything Sega is just so hard to come by these days. I can't even actually get in there. Maybe I can. Let's see. Maybe, but not really. But yeah, there's quite a few in here. I did get a few from Australia when I went in 2025. And then that's where it stops there. Then goes up here. And then down there. And then same on this side. I'll move this little Pac-Man dude so we can check it out. And boom, that's all of them there. Now, I'll put this down. And I will show you exactly what it looks like once all my Mega Drive games that are the heavies on there. Boom. So these are my relatively heavy: Shining Force, Mega Turrican, Solal, Dark Pirates of Dark Water, Arrow Flash, Streets of Rage 3, Havoc, Gunstar Heroes, Flink, WrestleMania Arcade Games, Spider-Man vs. X-Men Arcade's Revenge, Sonic Compilation, Earthworm Jim 2, Ghouls and Ghosts, 2 Crude Dudes, Lethal Enforcers, Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel, Deep Dark Trouble at Brazilian, and Ultima 4, and The Vanished Omens. Ease. So that is all my Sega War, folks. And this is just some random stuff on there. Just some random Wii U's. And my power board for everything. Cool. Now this is my Nintendo area. Still relatively the same as last year. Haven't really changed too much. Still my beautiful fire orange and ice blue. And a few controllers. This is my top bar. I did add a floating shelf in this. Grabbed a couple of Wii U titles and put them in there. And yeah, one of my cherished collections is my Game & Watch collection. As you can see, I do have quite a bit. Not as much as Shaz Makari and NZ Retro. He is going crazy on that. He is getting some heavies. Heavies. And this, I love this one. This is one of my beauties. Even though it's a little bit sun faded on this side, pretty sun faded, as you can see what the actual colour is supposed to be, it's still a beauty. Few NES games here. Don't really have too much. It's not really much that I tend to find. It's a very expensive system to collect for. Let's see, that's it right there. That's where it ends at WrestleMania. What cracks me up, I always find it funny. Look at the price tag on that. And that was from, what, 1992. People complain about games now. No way, bro. SNES games. Got a few. Dragon's Lair. Managed to get that from Andrew Woe this year. Got Metal Combat from Andrew Woe. What else? Mr. Nuts. Oh, and MechWarrior 3050. Also got both NBAs. I believe that was the one I bought. Oh no, I bought the tournament edition from Andrew. Few there that I got. Rise of the Robots, Spectre, Super Bomberman 2. That's pretty cool. And I got Super Bomberman 1. International Cricket, random. Warp Speed, these are all new ones. And then it goes into my N64, which I believe I have maybe one this year? Maybe? Actually, I don't think I do have one this year, to be honest. I think I haven't got much. No, that's all my N64. 3DS, and I know it doesn't. My DS used to be here, but I've got no room, so I basically have had to invade the hallway and put in 2 new shelves, which I will show you those. Boom. And there you go. So that's the 3DS. Not too big, the 3DS. I've randomly got those. I'm just basically kind of future-proofing myself for a little bit more, but yeah. GameCube has definitely taken a big bump this year. I've got a few games that came in for it. Got a few games coming up for this week's pickups. They won't be on the list because, yeah, well, actually, to be honest, I will add them to I will add them, and then basically my whole total will show up on the screen as per there. Now this is where I put my Pokemon now because it's stuck. I've got to wipe my sweat away. This is actually crazy. Put my Pokemon here for now. I am actually going to probably put it into my lounge because I do have a whole lot of Pops in my lounge, which I will show you that as well. I don't think I showed it last year's video. We'll show you my Pop collection. I don't really like Pops anymore. They've kind of just grown up. I've kind of grown out of them. I don't really like them. They're just too bulky and cumbersome. There's a few there. Added a couple lists. I just actually added recently. What was it? Pokemon. No. What did I add? It's a DS game. I can't find it in there. Bugger. It was a Ranger game. Oh yeah, it was a Pokemon Ranger. Yeah, there it is. Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Olmia. That's what I got recently. Pretty cheap too. That's one that I got this year as well. Whee, big hitter. Big hitter. Didn't get Gale of Darkness. Sadly, old Thomas got that one from me. Even though I said, yeah, you go for it after, I regretted not getting it. So I did message Highly Suspect and say, next time you get one in, let me know, brother. My Wii U, oh, that's a random Game Boy Advance video there. And my Wii U section here. This hasn't really added anything to it this year, but I have actually got Tekken Tag Tournament 2 back recently because my one wasn't working. So good to get that off the list. My Disney's Planes, and there's another one that doesn't work as well. Yeah, a bit annoying, but then it goes down to here because I didn't have any room, and now I'm starting to run out of room because of Game Boy. Game Boy just recently got this one. This one's cool. Hercules. I was happy about that one. Don't actually have a case for it, though, so I've got to get a case for it. Got to get a few more cases in. Robocop. That one there I haven't actually added because it doesn't come with a manual. I bought it without the manual, knowing I could find the manual online, so I just got to go on a hunt for the manual. And Quest Camelot, that's another one that I got from Andrew Woe, and Crazy Castle 3. Do like Crazy Castle 3 because I do have the original Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle, which I used to love as a kid. So I've been trying to get all my games back that I had as a kid. I don't know if they said that last year's. Let's have a look in here. And that one here. Shout out to Jamie for giving me his pre-order Super Mario Wonder there. My Lynx collection, which is abysmal, but hey, there's not much Lynx that you can get. Unless it's Africa. Lynx Africa. And there's my Game Boy stuff. A few Game Boy printers there and a Game Boy camera. And yeah, that is it. Of course, I will show you my wardrobe, which I will be taking out and bringing all the stuff out. So as you can see, there is a lot of stuff in there. There's some cool stuff in there. My cool stuff up there as well. So I will be taking that out and taking a bigger picture of it. But for now, we'll go on to the Xbox room. And now we come into my Xbox room here. Okay, first of all, straight up is all my Pokemon stuff. These are all opened. I just put them up for a display purpose. A few kind of heavies here, random Marvel stuff. This is what got me into Pokemon collecting. As you know from last year, I did show this, but this is all my Marvel stuff going down. Now it's gone all crazy and I've added multiple Pokemon sets. I've got two big binders, Phantasmal and Mega in here. That one has a Black Bolt and White Flare. There is my Destined Rivals and Surging Sparks down here. Everything's just kind of a push away. That's my Prismatic binder there, which I'll be replacing, putting my full Surging in there and putting and buying another one of these big binders for the Prismatic so that I can do that. Anyway, we'll go behind here. Now, I'll just close my door because, yeah, there's a lot. Okay, first of all, we go like this. We've got a lot of collectors. Can't really display them very well, as you can see there. These are all just kind of standards and recons. Then we go into Armed Forces on. Halo, the Elite, which I don't know why I don't have my Gears of War controller next to it, but I'll probably change that. Saints Row 2, yeah, usual random. And yeah, this is actually pretty cool. Castlevania Lords of the Shadow, because this is pretty much the box that came in. Because if you actually take it out of this box, it just is pretty much that box. So you're like, oh, kind of sucks as like a looking piece. So yeah, not too happy with that. But there are a lot of special editions behind there. Not really needed to show because I do have quite a lot of special editions. All the Forza set and special editions there. More special editions for 360. Final Fantasy set there. And then we come into steelbooks, which, like I say, I don't really care about them too much anymore. So a lot of them, except for the new ones like Final Fantasy and stuff, those aren't rusted. But yeah, so there's a lot blocking here right now. Okay, now for my Xbox. There is a fair bit, but I would say most likely there'll be one specific person called Thomas wanting to see all of these ones. So if I go too fast, you can slow the video down here. Oh, I'm caught up. Now the sad part about it, you're not going to see all of them because I will. So Just Dance. So go J. And then the ends. M's to the ends. And I will go bop. Okay, sorry about the darkness in here. I can't get light in here. So sorry if you're looking at them and trying to see them, because I don't think you're going to be able to see them. I might be able to actually put on... Whoa, okay, there you go. I'll just put on my flash. So we'll go back and start again. I didn't realise you could put on a flash during a video. That's pretty... Hey, look at this guy. What are you doing? I'll let you live because you're a daily long legs and you don't do anything except be cool. Because you're a daddy. Okay, that's my Xbox wall there. And then, yeah, these are just a random Tony Hawk shred. This is my double ups binder, which is actually a top loader binder, so that I can put all double ups there and take them away. And this one is a promo folder for big cards. Now, who wants to see a rat's nest? Look at that, bro. Look at that. Ugh. Cool little addition, actually, this year. New PC. Which, I don't know if you can see in there. You might be able to see it. Yeah, comes with a pretty cool video card. I've got this pretty cheap. I think it's a 3060. But yeah, pretty cheap. And I was like, good to have that. So, we'll go on to my consoles. Now, my consoles. Look at that. That's a cool little one there. I like that candle. It smells really nice. Lavender. Oh, kind of like, I think it's lavender. Yeah, lavender scent. Xbox Series X Halo Edition. This is all just my controllers and headsets, and this is my beautiful Gears of War 3 that I recently got. That's so cool. Niece and nephews, actually, there's only 3 of them out of the 6. Switch 2, which I've actually turned into a Dragon Quest Switch. So I done the whole controller sleeves and everything like that. Done all the it's basically just a blue whole thing now. GameCube, this is all the same as last year. Wii U, that pocket is new. Modern Warfare 3, Xbox 360, and 360 just randomly there. TV is a 43-inch Samsung. It's nothing major. It's not even 4K anymore. I'll sit down on the bed. I have to make it again. Nintendo 64 was a fire orange, but I decided to take it away and just go with my standard with a gold controller. SNES, sadly these ones aren't actually plugged in at the moment. The NES isn't plugged in either. The ones that are is the Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, the Sega Mega Drive, which actually doubles up with a Master System as well. There's my Lynx down there. He just sits down there. It's a pretty cool one. AV switcher for them all. My Halo Xbox, with which I got a Halo Xbox controller last year. My PS2, that one I use, but this one is kind of a double up, but I think just recently it done the done the CD drive, so it might not be working on a laser. I've got another Samsung 27 inch, no 24 inch I think, just a random, it's not 4K or anything. But yeah, and on top of that I've also got, down here, the Sega Game Gear, my Game Boy at the background there, the DMG. I do collect Game Boy Colors as well, as you can see there, and I've also got a 3DS in the back, and there's my Gamecom stuff in the back there as well. So ones that are connected, of course, are the GameCube, the Wii U, the Xbox 360, the Switch, the Xbox Series X, Sega Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, Sega Mega Drive / Master System, Halo, Xbox, and PS1 / PS2. Got a cool little poster up here. Cool little bubble one up there as well. Not much here. I do have one of these. These are pretty cool. R363S, I think they're called. R36S, yeah. Pretty cool little system. And funnily enough, I have all the games, a lot of the games on there. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, now we will go up to my Xbox One and Series X controllers. These ones are pretty cool. I do like these. Kind of stopped collecting them lately because they've gone into different packaging, so I'm not too fussed about that. Got a few special editions. These ones haven't changed from last year really much. So there's my Gears of War. And a random Chupa Chups one that I won. It's so cool because it's like I won it from a grab. I just like it. Bit of nostalgia for the Chupa Chups. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing there. I love that Gears of War one. Songbird edition. In there as well. Down here I've got my Bioshock. Actually, I'll put that. My Bioshock. And, there's a bit of dirt behind there. I didn't actually clean that. And my I think it's Maximum Overload Xbox Original. So that was pretty cool, that one there. And now, we go on to the top here. Xbox One Halo Edition. I've got both the Tony Hawk Collector's Edition this year. Managed to get a All-Stars arcade stick as well. Gears of War, of course, there. Mate Jamie gave me a Final Fantasy 13, which was like a 40 gig, I think it is. Pretty rubbish, really, but cool. And I got the Witcher controller, which angered me because it just came in a random packaging and didn't actually come with a box. The last one that I bought that actually had a box, which is a Doom controller, and the Halos. Yep, so that's not too bad there. Now we will go on to the biggest set that I have. Xbox 360. We start off with Kinect. I like to have them in the Kinects because they're purple cases, and it kind of basically allows for a bit of flow of color because I like the green. And see, there's where it stops. So as you can see, purple, even though those ones are really different kind of purple, but still, then that's why I wanted it. So there's quite a bit in here. I don't know, I mean, I've added a lot to it, but I can't really remember exactly how much I've added to it. I'm only missing one Assassin's Creed, and that's the Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 double disc, I believe it is. Cool. I'm kind of trying to go through this a little bit faster than last year to keep it under an hour because I feel like people kind of stop watching after about 30 minutes. So I try to keep it as great as possible. And try to keep it as entertaining as possible, you know. I mean, I feel like talking through the video clip may help people stay tuned in. If it doesn't, tell me to shut up in the comments. And let the games do the talking. There's one missing there as well. It's Devil May Cry HD series. HD collection. I actually gave it to my mate to give it a go there. Quite a few of the Gundam. I think I managed to get all the Dynasty Warriors games as well, all the Gundam ones and everything. I'm definitely going to have... No, that's one that I got this year as well, Farming Simulator. I've actually got quite a few on this week that is coming, that will be coming up for weekly pickups, so stay tuned for those. There's a couple in there that are... Well, actually one in there that I know is very rare to find in New Zealand, so I was like happy to get that. Iron Sky Invasion, that's not an easy one to get. Still haven't got the other King of Fighters yet. Oh, Killer is Dead, that's another one that I got. Pretty cheap as well this year. It's like, yo. Okay, I'm just going to have to sit down on the bed. It gets so crazy and I just have to jump up and do this every time. LMA Manager 2007, managed to get that one from Marketplace. Not an easy one to find unless you're from England, which is easy to get, much easier to get in England. Ooh. And I've had to close the window, and it is even more hotter in this room. Otherwise, you would... And this is from Australia, Namco. That's not an easy one to find. Yeah, otherwise, you would have just heard... oh, Naval Assault. That's right. That's another one that I got this year. Yeah, otherwise, you would have just heard wind the whole time, and it would have just been super annoying. So I'm suffering for you guys, all right? Suffering for you guys. Just doing it for the content, folks. Ugh. All the Rapala games, I believe I got all of them, including the Kinect one. Okay, we're coming on to the second and last row here. This one, I'm probably going to have to get on my bed and go low. I'm going to have to get low. Bear with me if it jumps out of focus for a bit. Crimes and Punishment, Sherlock Holmes, I managed to get that one as well. Oh, and no, sorry, Jack the Ripper. Managed to get them all, actually, all the Sherlocks. Which is great, because they are not easy to find. Oh, nearly there, folks. And you can stop hearing my freaking breathing. Okay, last row. Michael Jackson, that's a cool one, The Experience. I managed to get that. It comes with a t-shirt as well, and it's like, oh, it's got my prismatic. I'm just trying to find all the prismatic tins so I can put up a display. Not easy to find, to be honest, any prismatic, and whenever I get it, it's sadness. I don't get anything from them. Okay. Whoop. This is a bit hard to do, peeps. Sorry, it looks weird. That's the end. I've just got a couple of filler stuff just to fill it out for now. Random Bully, that's the Xbox One / Xbox 360 edition. So yeah, that is everything. That is everything. Absolutely everything. But wait, there's more. And now we come to my Xbox / Wii / DS collection. That one there that I got from Winston is quite a rare variant for Australia and New Zealand only. I think there's only 2 starter packs like that in Australia and New Zealand. Quite hard to get. So it goes for about 500, that one. So I was glad to pick it up for half that. And that's all my stuff there. I've got more Wiis. They are in... No, actually, these are all Wiis. No, I think I got one more Wii. I think I got a mini. But this is my Xbox original. Got quite a few there. I have been kind of getting them, but not really getting them because I'm kind of running out of room. So I'm looking at more stuff that I genuinely want to finish, rather than just grabbing everything, even though that's kind of my thing, just grabbing whatever. Nothing really to add on this year, I don't think. But I definitely got a lot more games this year than I did last year. I think last year I was at 4,400. This year I'm at 5,600. So yeah, I think I've about 1,200 games this year, which is quite a lot. Some people's collections don't even consist of that. Okay, and it's nearly the end of the the original Xbox. And I'll go to my Wii because on the bottom is the DS. So the Wii, have a look at all that snickle fritz. All the rubbish. All the filler stuff. It's shocking how much shovelware was on this system. Like good games like GoldenEye 007. There's some good games on here. I mean, Final Fantasy Chronicles, great games, but Oh, see, look, Fragile Dreams, it's another one that's pretty good. But yeah, like High School Musical, sing it, like, ooh, don't know about that. All the Just Dance, I wouldn't mind actually getting the whole Just Dance set on that. Legend of Zelda, of course, that's just amazing. Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. And boom. Okay, we are nearly there, folks. So this is my sealed, that hasn't been opened before. Alrighty. Okay, and that's the end of the Wii. Onto the DS, okay. This is just stuff that I'm selling at the moment. I've got a whole lot of stuff there as well that I'm got to get round to selling. But yeah, this is my DS collection. There's a few gems in here, but once again, like Wii, lot of filler. Lot of rubbish games. There is a lot here. Just rubbish. Kind of stopped collecting for DS as well because I'm like, oh, I don't really want to. Like I say, it's just running out of room. My health smoking. Let's see this on here. How to quit smoking with Alan Carr. And last but not least in this collection. And that's it. And I've got another 360 hard drive there, which I'm HD DVD, which I'll sell off as well. But yeah, that's my Wii collection, my Wii and the Xbox collection. And now just around the corner here, my pop collection. It's not much, but yeah, there's Resident Evil stuff. It's all gaming related. I don't really go for anything except the Goonies stuff. That's the only one that wasn't, but I sold my other Goonies one off. I'll move this. All the Sonics. I mean, I am missing a lot. Stuff down there. And then my Switch collection, which is absolutely abysmal. Very small. Very, very small. And my Hellboy Collector's Edition there. Got very cheap. And a few steelbooks. But yeah, that is my pop collection. Yeah. And here we are with all of my stuff out of my wardrobe. So let's go around and have a little look. So, sorry about the lighting. It's just I can't put any lighting in here at the moment. We've got Critical Zone, the Amiga CD32, Skyrim Legendary Edition, our Collector's Edition. It's a pretty cool one, that one. I quite like that. Mega Drive 2. Got some switches here. All of this stuff is just random kind of strategy guides and stuff. And here, Mini, Mario Kart 8, Saturn controller. That there is a Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy 10, and it's basically for when you're standing it up. So I've got the one that you would have seen it before. When you're laying it flat, it does light up, but this one doesn't do anything. Trap Team, Dark Edition. You got Zelda. Oh man, it's another hot day here. Got quite a fair bit here. Okay. Yeah, that one's a German edition of Sky Superchargers. Hold on, I'll spin around here. Oop, we'll go over here. Get a bit easier. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, I've got a lot of stuff in that you cannot, that I cannot display. I've just got no way of displaying it. As you can see, look how big that 360's Rock Band is. That's a complete set. Now I've got some stuff on the ground. So we've got the Scenic Euro package. Yeah, we've got the Game Boys here. That one there on the right there, that one is my childhood one, so that's why it looks so bad. Mortal Kombat arcade stick, and I've actually just forgot more stuff, so I will basically grab it out at the end of this, and I'll edit it onto the end. I just realised there's a whole lot on the top shelf. Yeah, okay, and this is my cool childhood PS2. Doesn't work anymore, sadly, but I like to keep it. The Namco guns. Dreamcast wheel here, and Tekken arcade stick, and some Guitar Heroes. So, yeah, look at that. The reason why I kept this is because of that got sun damaged for life in a. I'm trying to think of what they call it. the internet gaming lounges. I can't even remember what they actually called it. I remember back in the day. But yeah, basically this just stood in the Newland one, and it stayed at the top there, and that's why it got so sun faded like that. So it's just kind of a bit of a memory there. But yeah, I will show you the next slot, which is on the top, and now. Right, folks, I actually couldn't be bothered pulling all this out, so I'm just going to show you from here, because you can see most of it. Most of it's just boxes for lights and stuff. That's an old 360 Triton headset. Street Fighter X Tekken arcade stick. Got a few, it's just a Switch box up there. Guitar Hero Live. Actually, that's Guitar Hero 2, I think. Yeah, Guitar Hero Live is on the end. And a couple of promo posters. Yeah, so like I said, not worth me pulling all of it out. There is the SingStar 80s one there as well. A Labo thing. Other than that, there wasn't much in there. But that is it, and that concludes the tour. There you have it, folks. That concludes my 2026 game room tour. Really hope you've enjoyed the video here, and I hope it's not too long for you and you did stay tuned. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you get notified on all my videos. I do try to do quite a lot in terms of Pokemon and in gaming. I will be doing a lot more, of course. Sorry this one took a little bit too long to get to you. I have been absolutely stacked and busy lately. And on top of that, it's hot as hell in Auckland at the moment. So it's one of those ones where you just kind of get a kind of point where you have one that's not so hot of a day, and then you can do the video. But really hope you've enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. There's going to be a lot more in 2026. 5,600 games to close out. Hopefully we just get more. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping for more. But until then, I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Have a good day.